The NFL promised festive football on Christmas Day, but what fans may actually get looks more like a lump of coal under the tree. What was already shaping up as a weak holiday slate just took another major hit with reports that the Kansas City Chiefs could be forced to start a third-string quarterback against the Denver Broncos. Just 1 week after superstar Patrick Mahomes went down with a torn ACL, things have gone from bad to worse in Kansas City. Backup quarterback Gardner Minshew is now feared to have suffered the same devastating injury during the Chiefs' ugly 26-9 loss to the Tennessee Titans. According to reports, Minshew will undergo further testing, but there is real concern inside the organization that his season may also be over. If that diagnosis is confirmed, the Chiefs will enter Christmas Day with Chris Oladokin, their third-string quarterback, as the likely starter, unless they can sign a replacement on extremely short notice. That's not just tough news for the Chiefs' locker room. It's also a brutal blow for NFL fans who were hoping for meaningful, competitive football on one of the league's biggest standalone days of the year. Minshew was injured in the first half against Tennessee, forcing Oladokin into action for just his second NFL appearance. The result, a Kansas City offense that managed only 133 total yards against one of the worst teams in football. The Titans, who entered the game with just 2 wins all season, had little trouble cruising to victory. That kind of performance doesn't exactly inspire confidence heading into a nationally televised Christmas night game, and it highlights a growing problem with the NFL's late-season scheduling strategy. The Chiefs vs. Broncos matchup was supposed to be one of the marquee games of the holiday. When the schedule was released back in May, it looked like a showdown between a powerhouse dynasty and an emerging divisional challenger. Instead, it now projects as a lopsided affair between a playoff-bound Denver team and a Kansas City roster that has been completely derailed by injuries. And the Chiefs aren't the only team dragging down the Christmas lineup. The day kicks off with the Dallas Cowboys facing the Washington Commanders, 2 teams already eliminated from playoff contention. To make matters worse, Washington will be without its Pro Bowl quarterback Jayden Daniels, who has been shut down due to multiple injuries in what has become a lost season. The second game features the Minnesota Vikings, also eliminated, taking on the Detroit Lions, who are clinging to faint playoff hopes. That matchup now looks like the most competitive game of the day, and that says a lot about how thin this slate has become. By the time fans settle in for the nightcap, they'll be watching a Broncos team that has already secured its playoff spot facing a Chiefs squad that appears irrelevant regardless of who lines up under center. Even with Minshew, Kansas City at least had a small chance to play spoiler in the AFC West. Without him, that storyline nearly disappears. This situation raises a bigger question for the league. Should the NFL really be scheduling standalone games on Christmas this late in the season? Every year, December attrition reshapes the league. Injuries pile up, playoff races thin out, teams get eliminated. What looks like a blockbuster matchup months in advance can turn into a dud by week 17. Unlike Sunday slates, there's no flexibility to hide a bad game among better ones. On Christmas, every matchup is under the spotlight. Some fans and analysts have suggested flex scheduling for Christmas games, but that creates its own problems, especially when it comes to travel, logistics, and disrupting holiday plans for players, staff, and fans alike. Maybe the uncomfortable truth is this: Christmas football sounds better than it actually plays out. Unless the NFL finds a smarter way to protect marquee matchups late in the season, fans may continue opening presents only to find underwhelming football on their screens. What do you think? Should the NFL keep Christmas games, add flex scheduling, or scrap the idea altogether? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want daily NFL news, honest takes, and game-changing updates, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Today Info TV, and turn on notifications so you never miss what's happening around the league. American football fire.